I'm going to do a very important video here that I've been putting off for far too long. Hopefully I do a good job of it. Who is the enemy? Everybody has a different answer. I promise you the correct answer is given very simply in the Bible. If you want to look at the first version of this video, check the link here. Stick around and let's get right to this. Hello, I'm Jacob, your host, and you're watching the Prepper's Bunker Outdoors. If you enjoy the content, I'd ask that you like and subscribe. Also, check out the description box below, and you can see where you can support this channel through Patreon, through my websites, Beach and Tactical, where I sell rifle slings, as well as Exodus Knife and Tool, where I sell my knives. We also have affiliate links in there, and the sponsor for this month is myself. April 1st, I'm going to be doing an auction on some of the rarest Exodus Knife and Tool knives that I've ever had, to include one-off prototypes and my own personal knives. We will also have some other really cool knives, and all of these proceeds will either go to the release of the Exodus Knife and Tool Legionnaire for setup and tooling, or they will go directly to Knife Rights. That will be clarified on April 1st and in future videos. There is some really legendary stuff that's going to be available, so if you are interested, make sure you're there, because this is a chance that will never come again. Anyways, let's get you right back to the content. Alright, so who is the enemy? If you already have the background from the other video, it's very clear that we have a lot of different groups of bad people using different methods of manipulation to achieve the same goal. So if you look at any one specific segment of people, it will you can very easily connect the dots about how they are evil, and you can get lost in that. And what that does is that blinds you to all the other groups of evil people. So, most commonly we have Islam, Catholics, Jews, Scientologists, whites, blacks. I don't know if anybody's saying Asians out there, but maybe Asians. They will divide you up in any way that they can. And when I say that, I am not telling you to not divide up. People will use what I just said to say, well, we need to make sure that we are not separated, and we just can't let them do this. No. You don't invite the wolf into the flock. No, you have to have discernment, and you have to point out who the bad guy is. You don't invite the wolf into the flock. I talk a lot about these old sayings that are actually profound, that are so well known that they have lost their meaning, like the devil is in the details, and wolves in sheep's clothing, the Trojan horse. We all know about that, right? But the devil and Satan is going to infiltrate. We destroy things from the inside. And so people are always like, this is why conservatives can never get anything done. They're always eating their own. What, you want us to just bring the wolves in? It's absolutely ignorant. But the most passionate group of people who think that they have this figured out are people who hate the Jews. And you can look at a lot of really bad Jews and put this together, and you know what? It's real. Yeah, it's real. But you need to have a little bit of context here. We get that in Revelations 3:9. Yeah, I just checked my hand. Because I'll know something perfectly and get on camera and screw it up. Revelations 3:9, we have false Jews who worship at the synagogue of Satan. This is incredibly important for so many reasons. First off, if there are false Jews who worship at the synagogue of Satan, that means that we have real Jews that do not worship at the synagogue of Satan. And there's incredible purpose to this. These false Jews that worship at the synagogue of Satan, they want you to think that they are real Jews, even if it hurts real Jews, because they don't care about real Jews because they're not real Jews, right? They are false Jews. That should be pretty clear. So they can use this to their advantage. Let's take Black Rifle Coffee and Evan Hafer. Goodness gracious, the amount of Jewish comments on there. I'm actually starting to believe that a lot of this anti-Semitism comes from these false Jews themselves because it gives them leverage. Evan Hafer is a Jew, Evan Hafer is a Jew, Evan Hafer is a Jew, Evan Hafer is a Jew. I'm not actually convinced that anybody cares that Evan Hafer claims to be a Jew. But by continuously, if you actually do believe this, by continuously supporting the narrative, you are empowering the narrative. So now, Evan Hafer, whenever he does anything, he can just say, people are against me because of my ethnicity. People just hate me because I'm a Jew. And anybody who is a normie is going to look through all of these comments, see all of the Jew hate, and be like, yeah, they do just hate him because they're a Jew. They're just anti-Semite. Israel is our ally, okay? It's not Israel. This has nothing to do with Israel, by the way. So Evan Hafer is not a Jew. He is a white person who happens to be satanic. And in that tidbit, we have the true heart and soul of this video and video series, which is, it's not the false Jews who worship at the synagogue of Satan. It is them, but it's not only them. It's like, to use a terrible analogy, having COVID-19, having the flu. Let's just say having the flu. Let's be a little bit accurate with this. You have the flu and you blame the entire thing on the cough. And you're like, I've got the cough. I've got the cough. The cough is only a symptom of what you have. And you've probably got a bunch of other symptoms that you're not mentioning right now, but you think about the cough the most, so that's the only one you mention. By specializing who we are looking at, by specifying who we are looking at, you can spend 1,000 hours of your life researching any of these bad guys, any of them. They all use different methods of manipulation, even Christians, even so-called Christians. And you could even say that this scripture also pertains to Christians, because at this time, the term Christian may not have yet been fully developed. You had Jews and you had Gentiles, but it was still in the process of evolution from Judaism to Christianity. So you have false Christians who worship at the synagogue of Satan as well. But the key word, the key term here is the synagogue of Satan. And the Jews, the false Jews, are not the only people worshiping at the synagogue of Satan. If you are misled and you spend all of this time and effort looking into how bad one of these groups of people is, you miss the overall point. And so, what is satanic? Well, according to the Christian Bible and to the Satanic Bible, to worship Satan is to worship yourself or to worship humanity. So, when I first started wondering about Black Rifle Coffee, it was when they posted their article about them going and worshiping humanity in Nevada at that little satanic gathering that they have out there. What's it called? I'm not even going to edit this. I'm not even going to, you know what? I'm not even going to edit the right answer into here. But they all get together, have promiscuous sex, get massages, do drugs, whatever they do or don't do. And again, I'm sure that there are well-intentioned people there who don't realize exactly what's going on, and not everybody does the same things, right? But the festival is about the worship of humanity. That's a pretty big red flag there, guys. And so worshiping anything other than the one true God is worshiping Satan. So as long as you believe that to be satanic is to bathe in goat's blood and eat children and freaking be a pedophile, all this crazy stuff that we're given, as long as you believe that that is what it means to be satanic, you believe that you can be a good person, that you are a good person. I'm sorry, whether you call yourself a Christian or not, Holy Bible says there's no such thing as a good person. I'm not a good person. I deserve hell and damnation. You're not a good person. Whether you're a Christian or not, you deserve hell and damnation. The best person that you know deserves hell and damnation. And guess what else? We're born into sin also. So, having the right focus. Now, let's just say that you're watching this and you are not a Christian. Okay, that's fine. Connect the dots. You hate the Jews. Look around a little bit. Look around at the Catholics. Look at the Christians. Look at all of these black movements in America. Look at your politicians, your Scientologists. You can find thousands of hours of good evidence for any of them demonstrating how freaking evil they are, right? And start thinking about why that is and whether or not they are all evil or not. The answer is they are. It's important to maintain your perspective, especially for the Christian conservative, because if you understand what's going on, if you understand that what you see on the news is not wars between kingdoms or powers or kings, it's powers and principalities, it's a puppet show, and the true war is spiritual. If you start to understand these things, then you can start cutting through the BS, and a lot of the psyops and stuff, they become self-evident. The shills, they become self-evident. These people are screaming from the rooftops that they are evil and that they want to take advantage of you. And all you have to do is have the right frame of mind. All you have to do is look through the right filter and you will see them. If you try to get your hope from anything other than Christ, they will use it against you. If you place your hope in a politician, if you place your hope in yourself, if you place your hope in your training, if you place your hope in a hero that's going to come save the day, if you place your hope in a party, an organization, your family, your friends, or anything else, not only will you be disappointed, but that hope will be used against you. There are two levers here that are used in social engineering, which ties into politics, which ties into the media, which ties into psyops, which ties into the wars, guys. It is hope and fear. You're told repeatedly to not be afraid and to have your hope in Christ. Well, they can't use fear against you if you're not afraid, and they can't use hope against you if your hope is not based on anything that they're selling. And with that frame of mind, go forward. Don't be depressed. Don't be discouraged. Do not have your hope in this world. Do not have your hope in maintaining this lifestyle that you currently have. Go forth. Be ready every single day to pick up your cross and follow Christ. And if you're not ready to do that, work on it. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I hope that you have a blessed day.